Hello and welcome back to another WhiskAYE podcast special on
Yep.
still as per last time on the Scotch Whisky Advent Calendar, the second edition from 2015. We didn't go away and drink another 19
19.
whiskies and not forget to record it. That's good, and that isn't us joking. We actually haven't. So we have
No,
six
no.
fresh whiskies here. I know what they are. My co-host is awaiting with bated breath, I believe. And
Anticipation, yeah,
there's some
excitement.
there's some good stuff. There's some
Good.
stuff you're probably going to be not so happy about, and there's
Yeah.
some interesting things. And I've got some. I've went away and researched some notes on them all, and so got some. This time round. I managed to get a nosing, palate, and a finish to
Oh,
some extent for all six. So we don't
remind
have to
me
agree
at
with
the
it,
end,
but it's helpful.
by the way, I want to
Yeah.
talk to you about the Speyside Whiskey Festival at the end.
Okay, I'll speak to you about the Speyside Whiskey Festival at the end of this or at the end after.
At the after this. It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be in the episode.
Okay.
But I just wanted
And
to
then
let
we'll
you
get
so
back
that
to
the me asking you to remind me is going to be in the episode.
yeah. We'll
What we
let
can
everyone
talk
know
about.
what came of it if it matters.
It's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just preparing in jokes for you. So again, as I said, we're back into the Advent calendar. We're doing whiskies number 7 to 12. I think that's how maths works.
Yep.
And
Inclusive.
yeah, and this time around, the reason I have managed, I'm going to give a shout out to someone who I have never met, but I found their website. I believe they're American.
I feel like we're giving shout outs to anybody we've given shout out is to people we've never met.
Yeah, but the website is called dewmalt.com. Don't know if
How do
it's
you spell that
anti-Semitic,
first bit?
literally the way that you don't want to spell it, but I believe
Okay,
it's
that's
because the
worrying.
guy is Jewish.
Fair enough. Then that's okay.
Yeah, that is. I get the feeling that it's not that he is being anti-Semitic by the
I
way
hope
he
not.
writes, but
I hope not.
his website also doesn't really lend itself to. Oh, wait, there isn't about this blog, but it's not loading. So I'll let you
We
know
will
if it
assume.
isn't, and we'll remove our endorsement.
We'll do a shout out to, but then it'll just be blank.
Okay, it's because he used to run a different blog, and he's legally not allowed to use the name anymore. So he changed it and shortened it. But you don't have to be Jewish, he says, to comment or enjoy the reviews, which
That's
is
3
good
years. That's
because
fine. Okay.
I am not, and I have been enjoying his reviews. Basically, in 2015, this person, I say his, I'm making an assumption based on the demographics of whiskey.
It's not doing very well so far.
No,
Right? Yeah.
no, I'm just trying to dig my way out here, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
should just
Yeah.
stop digging.
Keep
But
digging.
I believe they did it at the time because it's all dated like this December 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2015. And so I have, where I have not been able to find anything else, single sourced the tasting and nosings from them, but I have on some occasions managed to get others.
Okay.
So into the first whiskey, I guess, if you're willing to
So,
pop it open.
are we going to do me try and guess anything, or am
Oh,
I?
well, this is a we have been to this distillery,
Oof. Okay.
and we liked the tour guide, and they gave us an extra whiskey. Doesn't narrow it down a
That
lot,
doesn't narrow
but
it
it
down a
narrows it
great deal.
down. And it's near a distillery we thought we didn't like.
So I wondered if it was Strafila.
It is.
Okay. When you
So
said we like the tour guide and they gave us an extra one, that's generally Strafila that I go to in my mind.
yeah, that's why that was. I knew that we liked most of our tour guides, and a lot of them have given us a free one, but that is the one that we sort of think of first because it was one of the
Yes.
ones
It's
where
one of the best.
we basically ended up chatting to our tour guide for a significant amount of time. I almost missed our train after the the
The
tour, and
tour, yeah.
we got taken into a room that we weren't supposed to go into, where they did bottlings, and then we got an extra dram,
Cavalan, I think we had, didn't we?
something like I can't remember. I know it
We
was
did.
good, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
their favorite. They basically gave us for free.
Yeah. An
So
18-year-old. Sorry,
yeah,
I
we're
was because we'd
starting
already
off
revealed
with
it.
an 18-year-old from it was casked in 1997 by Samaroli. Well, it's been bottled by Samaroli.
Mamma mia.
Yeah.
I
So
thought
this
I'd
is
join you in the questionable comments club there by going to that straight away.
yeah. So this was basically bottled the year. This was bottled the year that this came out.
I feel like, to be fair though, at the moment I'm like
a few
immune
behind.
to. No, I was going to say I'm immune to criticisms of being anti-Italian because I just had a very Italian tea
Did you?
dinner. I had dolmio,
Oh, very good.
and that's I think that's what they have.
Yeah,
In
that's all
Italy, isn't it?
they definitely they don't cook anything from scratch in Italy. They just
No, they break the spaghetti, put some dolmio on it,
yeah
make that hand gesture.
fry it, obviously.
Yeah.
So what I've was going to say about this one is you can maybe tell by looking at it, given that it's 18 years old. But I think Samaroli are quite big on new oak.
Yeah, it's very
they're
light for 18.
just American oak, like
Virgin
straight
oak.
up fresh oak. And this bottling is exclusive, or was until they I think someone cracked quite a few of the calendars, but this was exclusive to the calendar. So basically, either you got it from here, you can more or less only get it in these little bottles, is what I read. And there's apparently a lot of what's in here is basically exclusive to
wow, that's very cool.
calendar. So it's very cool. Yes,
it's quite vanilla-y, quite as you'd expect from.
So, that the nose and notes that I have read, which are from numerous sources for this one, were delicate baked goods, vanilla, and some very, very
light spice,
light floral blossom. I had, but
yeah, maybe just because it's my first one, so I've not adjusted to smelling alcohol.
I'm gonna pour mine out of the jigger before I start sniffing it. But
it's always terrifying when you use one of those things.
Yeah.
Gonna pour too quick and throw it everywhere, pour too slow and dribble it everywhere.
Yeah. Or leave some on the bottom and have it influence the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, mine's a tankard and I get to dip it in a pint glass, and it feels like I'm just getting a flag in the veil. I mean, it is a 70 ml tankard with various lines on it, but it is still.
He's like a giant holding a human-sized tankard.
Yeah. So yeah, oh yeah, definitely vanilla.
Yep, lots of vanilla. Right, I should probably write this down, shouldn't I?
Maybe like a custard turnover or something.
Yeah, that's like baked goods, I guess, isn't it? So this is a 1997 Strophyla 18-year-old. It is obviously a single malt.
There is like a fruitiness in there and a little bit of a pepperiness.
That's what I got, a little bit of pepperiness when I said like the light spice. But again, I don't know if it's just because I haven't had a whiskey in a little bit, so smelling it is the alcohol.
Like, could be sort of your sort of it's like not perfumey, but like the notes you get in perfume, like florals and blossoms and pepper and stuff in it.
So I went in for my first taste.
What do you think?
It's quite peppery, vanilla. It's kind of got that like panna cotta back end, like that flat vanilla. Bit of like maybe like dried oak, light oak. Yeah, that's tasty. So good finish as well, long finish.
What we got was what they had written, but I'm not sure I agree.
Yeah,
but it was candied citrus, sherbet, and cinnamon. Now I can maybe get the sort of sherbetiness at the end. But
well, maybe the sherbetiness is the spice, like the fizziness.
Yeah.
I want to say citrus.
No. I don't get the citrus.
No, I'm not getting any sharpness from that. Just lots of vanilla.
You can definitely tell that this is like. Well, I'm not saying you can tell it's like a virgin oak, but it's not. It tastes like like a refill bourbon or like a virgin oak. Yeah,
It's not quite sweet enough to be like a bourbon cask.
yeah, that's right. I didn't think it would be like a first, but like a
It's almost
second
got
or
like a
third
little bit of
refill.
earthiness. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that little bit of earthiness from the oak.
Yeah, I do get that. Yeah. So, but yeah, it has. There is sort of. It's not quite citrus. It's more like, like a piney, like a wood sappy.
Yeah, almost like tanninsy.
Yeah, like a slightly bitter tannininess.
Yeah.
That I guess that could be interpreted as an acidic bitterness rather than a dry bitterness, but
I just don't think it's got that sharpness to be
no,
citrus.
that's what I mean. That's like it doesn't have the acidic bite.
Mm.
Like it's bitter, but it's not a bitey bitter.
Mm. Yeah.
And then finish wise, it's very light. Yeah.
But quite lingering, despite being
Yeah.
light. Like you're still tasting it a while later. The heat goes,
Mhm.
but you're still tasting that vanilla panna cotta sweetness, I think.
Yeah. I think if they pulled this earlier, it would be very disappointing. But I think they've left
Yes.
it long enough to develop the sweetness.
Yeah, maybe because it's a virgin oak, like it takes a while for it to actually impart any flavors because there's not also, as well as the oak, the previous things that have been in there, or bourbon, or
whiskey or
whatever. Yeah. So to
beer,
get
potentially cider, but not if you're the
the Scotch Whisky Association.
yeah. Yeah. Oh.
That was
It's
very good.
enjoyable. It's very. It definitely doesn't require too much of a palate cleanse after it, though, because it's very fresh. I think
It is very fresh. Yeah, it's an almost refreshing whiskey, which is difficult. Would you like to score that one?
I would probably give that quite a low score for an 18-year-old, but probably a 3.
A 3.
Maybe a 3.5, but probably a 3.
3.5. But yeah, just because it's old doesn't mean it's
magic.
Yeah. It's all tastes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a 3 is not a bad score anyway for us.
Little spoilers, though. It's not the oldest one we're having today.
Oh, nice. I mean, we've had over 500 whiskies on this thing alone, so a 3 is not bad.
No.
Let's keep this train rolling.
We want to keep the train rolling. So we'll move on to delivery, a bottle
Go on then,
from...
before.
I'm going to tell you who bottled it, but that was...
Oh, sorry, yes. I was going to say, I like
this
trying
one
to
has
guess.
come from Weems.
Kingsbarns.
Weems Malts again. Yeah. So I can give you a region on this one. Oh, if you want, and you can try and we can narrow it down.
Depends on the region.
It's big. Speyside.
Okay. That doesn't narrow.
No.
Have we been there?
Not to the distillery, but we have been to the place which the
Dufftown?
distillery is named for. No. We've been to various, actually, numerous attractions there. That we've visited that are whiskey related, but not necessarily whiskey.
There's like Glen Elgin, isn't there, or one of them?
It's a small town that we've been through on a bus and stopped in.
A small town that we've been through on a bus and
Americans struggle to pronounce it.
There's Rofes, Forres.
Think more central.
I'm running out of towns that we've been through. Go on, put me out of misery.
Craiglachie.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Yes. Craiglachie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Craiglachie.
Craiglachie.
So this is the Weems Malts Dark Treacle Fondant 2002 Craiglachie 12-year-old.
I mean, if it tastes out like that, that's going to be pretty amazing.
Well, so what I found out whilst researching this is that Weems name their bottlings after the most distinctive, the most prominent flavour when they do a tasting.
Alright.
So you can guess from the fact this is called a dark treacle fondant that this is probably sherried.
So I guess we just skip to the next whiskey then, because we've done his tasting notes.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. It wasn't the tasting note that was given, because I think a dark treacle fondant is very specific.
Yeah,
But
I would
it
say
was.
so.
It also wasn't far off what was given. So
Let me just make sure my jig is clean. It is.
I almost poured the whole thing in there. So this one sounds like it'll be good. Let's
just top that up. What's that say? Oh.
Pouring it back would have been a nightmare.
Yeah, from a jigger into this one of these bottles. Yeah. It would have.
So,
Get to the old meniscus so that my other whiskey friend gets very little.
Just tip it over so that. Yeah.
I mainly can't believe that this advent calendar only had 4 whiskies in it, and every single one was peated.
Yeah, I mean,
terrible.
Terrible. No wonder they're no longer trading. Yeah, so
it was like I should just be like, oh yeah, it was 4 peated ones and 21 bottles of Bells. Sorry, it's your Bells.
Yeah, full bottles as well, but you know.
That's why it was so heavy.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd fall for it?
He seems relatively switched on, but he's also, you know, we've
I don't
managed
think
to
he'd fall for it,
influence
but
him.
I think he'd accept it.
Yeah. We've also managed to influence him into buying, into signing up to the Dram Team and buying 5 American whiskies that we chose. So
I don't think it took much persuading, in all fairness.
Yeah.
Oh, that smells nice.
So, what you get?
It's got like those typical kind of sherry, like baked goods, maybe like marmalade kind of notes.
Yeah. So I got a note from a different person. I can't remember who it was.
Like stewed fruits.
But they gave Werther's Originals in old books, like sitting in an old library.
Oh, we're back to that, are we? We'd be doing that.
Yeah, but I can get that it does have that little bit of like.
It does have a little bit of leveriness, doesn't
it? Like a.
I think it's just the sherry smells are all old timey smells.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm happy with like stewed fruits and sort of toffee, basically.
Yeah, it's just the typical sherry whiskey.
A little bit, yeah. It's like it's got that sort of like tea, like not tea, like the leaf, like dried tea leaves and tobacco, like dried leaf stuff, tobacco and that sort of.
I almost get like, and I don't like this, but I almost get like a bit of marzipan, maybe like a bit of almond, I guess, if I'm getting marzipan.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, I forgot to say the last one was 45%. This one's 46.
Yeah, barely whiskies.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going in for my first sip.
Crack on. What do you think you're getting?
That's very treacly. Little bit of chocolate. Fades quite quick, actually. To say it starts off and you're expecting that sherry bomb punch in the face, but it gets quite light quite quick into the finish, almost vanilla-y.
That was like
not as spicy as expected.
Very sweet chocolate raisins.
Yeah, I could go with that. Yeah.
Almost as if you'd had a handful of chocolate raisins and chucked in a couple of chocolate covered toffees into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like a chocolate raisin toffee penny trail mix.
Yeah. I was more thinking like when you get to the bottom of the bag of Revels and you think you've got out all of the good ones and you've just got the raisins left. Not to say raisins are bad. I'm just saying of the things in a Revel.
Yeah.
It's between raisins and Malteser, which one you're going to say is the worst.
Maltesers is a pretty top tier for me, but okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like out of a bag of Revels.
Mine's those chocolate raisins. I don't even know what else there is. But
orange fondant.
No, orange is worse than both of those.
It's fondant. So, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Coffee fondant.
Can we say
as well,
it's like Willy Wonka packed your trail mix?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's got that. It's almost like what was the really sweet sherry we had? I can never remember which ones are sweet. Is it Fino that's really, really like...
Fino's quite soft, isn't it? Generally.
Yeah, no, we had the two sherries at Leith.
No, we had the sherry in a pot at Leith. The sherry was super sweet. The pot was more fruity.
Yeah. What was the? What was it?
I think it was an Oloroso, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was almost like, but the sherry in this, you can almost taste the actual sherry. Is what I'm saying. Amongst this chocolate,
it's quite sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm inspired by that bookshelf, shop, whatever comment to go back to our
poetic
style.
Yeah. And then they gave it, the finish was chocolate cake with a bit of spice, which I can maybe get. It does
get more chocolatey towards the finish. Yeah. Like a little bit of spice.
I think it's just almost got a bit of a creamier finish, so it makes it the sweetness move towards chocolate from the toffee sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe. It's nice. Yeah. We always end that with that comment. You know what it is?
What?
Smooth.
Nice. Smooth, yeah. Don't know if you can buy this though. A lot of these are.
That is good.
That is very good. Master of Malt has one review at 5 stars. It's discontinued, unavailable. So yeah, no, is the answer.
Lucky us.
Yeah, this was a very good find. There's a lot
of Dram Team.
A lot of good stuff in here.
Yeah, dear listeners, you should sign up.
Yeah, everyone should sign up, and one day we'll get a sign up code, and we'll
be an affiliate
every time you do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Andy for that.
If there is actually a sign up,
just
get him to pay you a pound.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Did you want to score this one?
I would like to give that one a 4.
I think a 4 is a very good shout.
Excellent. Now, would you be keen to hear about Weems?
I would. Do you want to do it after this one, or do you want to do it in the middle after 3? Your call.
I could do it in the middle after 3.
Yeah.
I was just going to do it because it was Weems, but we can. It doesn't really matter. There's only. I actually went through it, and there's basically 4 people who supply whiskey to this. So.
Survive.
Eh?
It's 4 who survive.
It's 4. Survive. It's basically 4 or 5.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't mind, but yes, I would like to. But okay. I thought maybe
I'll tell you about it after the next one then.
Yeah.
Which
so you've got to hang on, listeners.
Yeah. Would you like to get? I'm pretty sure I can give you a clue where you'll guess this one immediately with one word.
Oh, that's interesting. Go on then.
Underrated.
Oh, so it's Glenmorangie.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Yes,
so
you're right.
This one is.
That's exciting then. I like Glenmorangie.
Bottled by A.D. Rattray.
If you don't know what they're about, if you go to episode 1, you did a very good little speech talk on them in that one.
Yeah. Which I definitely remember and didn't have to ask you which one I did, so I could get one of the other ones this time. To be fair, the information was provided by the box, but we didn't have to tell anyone that. They would never have known. But
is this perchance the one that has been suggested that a drop or 2 of water might help?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, yeah. Sorry, a drop or 2 of water. No, I thought you were asking about the glass. Yeah.
No, go on.
So I'll tell you my spiel on this one.
Yes, please do.
So the last one was a sherry butt, and this is also a sherry butt, but this is cask strength, as you have alluded to, 64.8%. Now, that is a very high cask strength.
Yeah, it's not the highest we ever had, but it's up there.
Now, what makes that more interesting is that routinely, as in via their routine. I assume by their actual the method of distillating. Glenmorangie fill their casks at 63.5. So this must have been selected to have actually been filled higher.
Yeah, they purposely went out the way.
In 2007, they were doing it higher, but yeah, like it feels like this is the information I got was that is a rarely high Glenmorangie cask.
It's really high for any whiskey. I don't
Yeah.
I don't think we ever see generally.
Yeah.
It
After
hovers
8
around
years,
60.
it must have probably been pushing.
It went in pretty strong, I would suggest. Yeah.
So like apparently, like some people in the region of Speyside do 70, 71 as their bottling as a cask and stram, so that would probably line up.
Yeah, probably around there.
After about 8 years, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the 2007 8-year-old. Again, I think it might be. I'm not sure. I think this is the main place where you can get this, if not the only place you can get this. So I'll pour mine out and you can give it a sniff.
Trying to get past the alcohol is
might be a bit of a side noser. And yeah, the a taster of this said that the notes significantly change and it is worthwhile to add a fair few drops of water.
So I'm going to do a couple of sips straight, and then I'll do the remainder to compare.
They did 2 sips normal and said that the first sip basically destroyed your taste buds. The second sip, you get an idea of what it's actually meant to taste like, and then he added water to see.
I imagine a 64.8 will not go down smooth the first sip, but
so
it's quite chocolatey on the nose.
Very alcohol, obviously, but yeah,
got a lot of base to it.
Stewed fruits. I'm getting. Yeah, that was one of the. So one of the notes that is written down here is like. Yeah, but dark chocolate is another one that they had.
Yeah. A lot of depth.
Yeah, I'm almost getting like almost like Black Forest cherries.
Yeah, well, that's chocolate and fruit, stewed fruits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Goodbye, palate.
Yeah. You can still speak?
Oh,
that's a no.
Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty robust. I mean, it's lovely. It's like sherry bomb. It's just chocolate and toffee and cinnamony, kind of nutmeggy spice. It's super warming, as you'd expect, at 64.8. That's just really good.
Yeah, I'm getting.
That's like a booner.
So yeah, dried fruit, spices, candied citrus again. Not from that was from a different person, and ginger was a note which I can actually maybe
ginger?
get.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
typical kind of sherry bombness, isn't it?
Warming spices on the finish, which is probably true. It tastes a bit like mulled almost.
Yeah, this is just a really nice cherry bomb.
I'm gonna have another little sip and then I'll add some water.
Yeah, I've done 2 little sips. I'm gonna do one more and then I'll go for some water.
It's smoother than I expected for the strength, to be fair.
Again, we've had this comment before. That might be more comment against us than against that, but yes.
Definitely, but yeah. So I'm gonna add a fair few drops.
Because I don't think this one took my head off as much as the first one in the last review. And the first one in the last review was what? 61%.
Yeah.
I think it's more just because it was the first and this is the third. I've been able to kind of acclimatize myself to whiskey.
I'm going to say that the water has done nothing to the nose for me. If anything, it's just damped it down.
Let's put a couple of drops in.
This
is what I don't like about diluting whiskey. Generally, it just makes it flat.
But obviously, they do it in the place, but
yeah, but they know a lot more about the ratios than I do.
Yeah, we're just like randomly putting drops in and being like, that's probably about right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually, if anything, it's a bit harsher on the nose for me.
That's what I mean. It makes it more alcoholic.
Yeah. I'm going to put a second line down for this one then to with and without water.
Okay.
So I'll do advanced Excel and do some merging.
Merge.
Except it's Google Sheets and I can't remember how you do. Ah, there you go. Where's the vertical line though? I don't want it at the bottom.
Lessons in why you should just stick to the spreadsheet software, you know. Also,
Yeah,
Google Sheets is free, and
yeah, there is that. So, with water, nose is, if anything, more alcoholic. All right, have you had a sip of it with the water
I'm
yet?
about to.
Cool. I will do the same. So dead air for a little bit, listeners. Sorry. It's a lot more chocolatey.
Yeah. They said that they got raspberry. I'm not getting that.
Nowhere near raspberry. That was almost like tobacco-y, like earthiness.
Yeah, it has killed some of the spice, I would say. Not in the finish, but in the normal drinking, like the palate.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. That is like normally when I put water in a whiskey, I don't like it. That is still very nice.
I don't know that it's better.
No, but I really like a sherry bomb.
Yeah. I think that the guy that said to do that was one of these people who's not big on super sherried whiskey, which, you know, to get a Christmas advent calendar is probably not the best plan.
Yeah.
But
because I'm trying to think what strength for Booner is, and it's generally like between 58 and 62 or something like that. And that's like, I don't know if it's my favorite whiskey, but it's up there. So it's almost like, it's still very nice, but I kind of miss that spiciness.
Yeah. I don't know that it completely added.
It lets some other flavors out, but I like the spiciness. So
yeah.
Did you want to score 2 scores?
Yes, I would say
I would go, I think, 4 and 3.
that's probably fair. That's what I would be at with that. Yeah. I was swivering on a 3.5 on the second, but I don't think it does. I think the water detracted enough to just drop it down. I would say if
For me,
they
I
went back
preferred
and
the.
released it with a bit of water and they'd have done it right, I wouldn't have been like that's a bad whiskey. But I think it was good. I think there's a reason that it was released like that.
Yeah, for me, I was like, I preferred that Strophyla.
Yeah.
To this with the water in it. So
yeah.
let me
Okay.
just pipette some water over to clean the glass. Actually, why do you teach us about Weems?
Yeah. So Weems.
Spelled.
It's spelled WEMYSS. Weems malts. So the spiel here says, think of Weems as a living, breathing history. It's easier to say than to read. You pronounce it Weems. It's a Scottish word for caves, as in the caves that pepper the rocky shore of Fife, Scotland, where Weems Castle looks out to sea. As well as being the name of an imposing castle and historic family, it's a very special range of malt whiskies. The family has a long standing passion for malt whisky. Their connection to the industry dates back to the turn of the 19th century when John Haig, founder of Haig's, the whisky company, built his first distillery on Weems land. Even today, barley from Weems estates is prized by many leading distillers. Weems malts use the taste and aromas of individual whiskies to identify each bottling, rather than the distillery, so the consumer can easily understand the style being purchased. All of the single cask releases are non-chill filtered and bottled at 46% with a select few bottled at cask strength. There are up to 6 in the range celebrating the contrasting appeals of very different whisky regions. Speyside, Highland, Islay, Campbelltown and Lowland. Okay, yeah. That's basically it. They're just, a good bottler with a bit of history.
And they've got Kingsbarns now as their kind of own distillery as well, aren't they?
Yeah, but if anyone starts to get wide, then they can.
Is that what it is it?
Yeah, they can be like, nah, we don't need you. We can bottle our own.
Yeah, nice distillery you've got here.
Yeah. So after all of your stereotyping, we're back to Samaroli, and they're going to get the revenge. So you might need your other glass. Bear in mind that Samaroli also.
That was my Mario Death song, by the way.
I believe this is also again a virgin oak, but with
that rubbish in it.
Yeah.
So, am I guessing at this one as well? What it is? So I guess it's a Samaroli with peat.
Yeah. You can guess the region, but that's all I've got. It's an unnamed distillery.
So if it's peated, is it the peated region or is it Highland? You've gone silent.
Hi guys, welcome back. Apologies for the unscheduled halftime intermission, but some technical difficulties arose from me being clumsy. So we were, I think, as we left off, you were about to guess the region of
yes.
I
asked if it is the worst region or if it's a Highland.
It is an Isla.
So the worst region.
Well, if that's what you want to call it, then yes.
It is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I quite like a Boonhaven, and some at the Brugladix are all right. And I loved being there.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful place. Even more so if they keep the peat in the ground. But yeah, what they do to whiskey is a crime.
Well, yeah, that is an opinion. That is.
Yes. Yep.
But yeah, this is a 2006 Isla 9-year-old from Samaroli, unnamed Isla distillery. So I have it's undisclosed, but I have from some research been led to believe that most of the unnamed Isla distillery releases tend to come from one of three places: Carlisle, Ardbeg, or Lagavulin.
Oh well, it's not the peated ones then.
Well, I mean, when you'll be able
in
to
all
take
fairness,
a guess.
I've been to all three of those and drank whiskey at all three of those. So
yeah.
Jesus, I hadn't even poured it and it stinks.
And just pour mine into my jigger.
Oh no, I've poured it all away.
I thought you'd be just pouring yourself 10 mils and then giving it to our esteemed friend.
Just been like glug glug glug. That's how much I've. Can you hear it pouring in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't get. It genuinely confuses me how anyone can smell that and be like, that smells right. That.
In fact, I think the problem is that you can still smell peat from about 60 paces in a glass of in a sealed bottle of whiskey. So
yeah, I could, like when we were going through that bit of the Scotch whiskey experience, I was just pointing out behind the glass that's got peat in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't even have a label. You're just like, Lagavulin, that one.
Yeah. That's about 45 ppm.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay. It smells like peat.
Yeah. So
coastal peat, maybe more.
So
rather than bonfire.
The nosing that I have is that there's heather and peat, which and a little bit of coastal saltiness, with somewhere in the background potentially some medicinal notes.
Oh, don't give me medicinal peat. We've managed to avoid that for quite a while.
I think more on the nose than the flavour, but yeah. So like, what's the one that what's that yellow stuff that you rub on wounds?
TCP.
Yes, but the other name. What, let me look at. Wait a minute.
Because that's what coastal peat smells like. Is TCP.
Yeah.
Why you do this to me? I don't give you whiskey that you don't like.
Anyway, yeah. I can't remember what it was. But...
hunt down whiskies that you don't like, do I? And be like, let's try these.
No, but that's because there's not many that I don't like. So.
Yeah, damn you.
We're ready to. I'm ready for you to taste it if you want.
Yeah.
We're going to give you. I'm going to tell you something. I don't have a lot of tasting notes for this.
Oh, very earthy, Pete.
Yeah.
It's not medicinal. It's like drinking a puddle. Maybe like a burned puddle. Like the bottom of it is burned. Somehow they've burned the dirt and then they filled it with like pond water.
That is a flavour. You're not even far off.
It's just not very pleasant, is it?
So this reminds me of two things. So the tasting that I had was peppery and smoky, but so let me have another sip and then I'll
try again. I do just for the people listening. I do genuinely try, even with peated whiskies, to try and find something, because I still appreciate the fact that it's not a bad product. It's just me who doesn't like it. I do really try. I know I like to play it up that I hate them. I do hate them, but I do try. Just wanted to put that out there.
There's like a little blossom of something weird, but it has a little. I don't know if you've ever. You probably have. So, what it reminds me of is if I let the dog, if it's rained recently and I let the dog out on on like a grassy field and let him run. When he first gets off the lead, he gets like zoomies and he basically runs back and forth in a straight line, but that requires some quite hard turns, which sort of rip up the grass wherever he turns. The smell of that, but the smell of that is more accurately for other people to know if you've ever played football or rugby on a rainy day.
So like loam or
what the changing room smells like when everyone bangs off their studs.
Yeah, so like loam and then fresh loam.
Yeah, it has it's like that, but burnt.
It's very soily, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like burnt soil.
Tastes like a burnt puddle.
Yeah, and then they said in the finish it's citrus and soup, but I didn't get any citrus.
No. Oh, that's just. I agree, Bear.
Bear is saying you've been talking about me and you're not giving me any proceeds, and I'm telling him there's no proceeds yet.
Want my cut of the profits. Yeah. He is the one with the charisma.
Well, sometimes he takes a good photo. But...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he is the most popular one on social media out of all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't know why I cleaned that glass out. Mostly to clean the jig out. I want to give that 2.5. I thought that wasn't even particularly good for a peated whiskey, but
I'm just going straight 1.
Yeah,
it just wasn't pleasant.
I mean, it wasn't
sorry.
Bad for a peated whiskey, but it wasn't like it wasn't.
I just thought even for peated whiskey that was pretty unpleasant.
Yeah, earthy. Yeah, an odd one. I'm just drinking water now to try and reset for the next one.
Yeah, I was doing the same. Switch back the glasses. It was a good recommendation from you to have multiple.
So that was Speyside, Islay. Do you want to guess at where the next one's from?
Is it Speyside?
It is.
I'm very good at this.
Yeah. So the next one is a Speyside. You have mentioned the name of this distillery already.
Oh.
Well, part of it technically.
To be fair, I
mentioned the whole thing.
I mentioned a lot of distilleries recently in that. Was it in that when I was trying to guess the?
Yeah, you technically haven't mentioned the whole name of the distillery. You've only mentioned part of it.
But like Glenrothes or something like that.
That is the one.
Oh, that's pretty good. I made up. I feel like I made up for the Craigalackie mistake there.
Yeah. So this is
it's number 11, isn't it?
Yes. This is the oldest of the 6 today.
Okay. Have we had a
Um,
Glenrothes? Oh, I say with the sheet open in front of me. Let me check.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we will have.
Oh, sweet Jesus. That's cool.
What's that?
The name on the label. Sorry, I don't want to
Yeah.
ruin your.
So
Your
again, this is
sandwiches.
another Weems. So we've learned that they name based on the flavor profile, not based on anything else. And
We
this
have
one
had
is
some
called Kumquat Cluster.
kumquat. Yeah.
It's a 1993 Glenrothes 21-year-old.
So we have had some Glenrothes. We've had 5 Glenrothes.
Yeah.
The oldest Glenrothes we've had is 18, and we gave that 2 4.5s.
That's pretty good. So hopefully this one will be
Right.
up there. Now, Glenrothes, the distillery, are apparently notorious because they chill filter down to 40 or 43 and they add caramel colouring.
Oh,
Weems, who've bottled out of here, do neither. So this is well, they might have, I don't know how they got to 46, but they have.
well, you can dilute it without chill filtering it.
So I think they don't chill filter. So this is a.
Because chill filter doesn't lower the strength; it takes the cloudiness out, doesn't it?
That's it. Yeah. So this is but this you can look at and you can tell it's not a caramel colouring added, but it is from a butt. 21
Again,
years in a butt.
very light for a 21-year in
A
a
butt.
barrel.
Yeah. So.
Not a sherry butt, I'd assume.
Wow.
Well, I'll see what it tastes like before I guess, but
yeah.
it doesn't look colour-wise, does it? Could be a Fino, I suppose, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, also for people who know, it's also rare to get an independent bottle from Glenrothes. And for people who don't know, a kumquat is like an Asian fruit that's sort of like an orange.
Fair enough.
Got a
I've heard
thicker
of it, but I
rind,
don't know
but
if
the
I've heard
rind
of
is
it.
edible.
Oh. Like a kiwi.
Sort of. But like it looks like a slightly deformed orange. So
I just
it
mean that
is.
the rind is edible, because I know most
Yeah.
people don't eat the rind, they keep
And
it
it is
fried.
related to citrus fruits, but not in itself a citrus fruit, I think.
Interesting.
Like it's like far enough evolved away from them that it doesn't fall under the category, but it is.
Fair enough. You learn so many things in this podcast.
So.
Baked goods, maybe a bit of citrus actually.
Oh, actually.
Kind of like a rhubarb and custard, but with citrus underneath.
Yeah, like a fruit. It smells like even like a maybe trifle, like a fruit salad.
Yeah. Yeah, I quite
It has like
like
a fizz on the nose. It smells very interesting.
It does smell interesting.
There was a weird tasting nosing note that was delivered by someone for this one, which was a sawdust, which I don't get, but
no, it's quite a dry smell. Maybe that's what they're getting at.
Smells delicious, to be fair.
It does smell good. Let's see how it tastes.
Yep. Try it in. So there's the note I have. What have you got? You go ahead first, actually.
So I got chocolate like on a pre-swallow.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of citrus, like cleanness. It wasn't like sweet, but it was quite like clean, like refreshing, sharp.
So when I looked this up, I found something about this one, and was it this? No, it was the next one. Never mind. But yeah, one of the things I did read about this did say clean, but
yeah,
it's
because it's like the citrusness without the acidity. I don't know how that works, but it does.
So I think that's why it's kumquat, not orange. I've never had one, so it'd be hard to tell. But
no, me neither. Got a lot of vanilla. The second taste, a lot of vanilla.
So the palette I have for this is pepper, ginger, orange, and caramel. But I
don't know if I agree with any of them.
No,
I don't get much spice.
It tastes like like an orange boiled sweet. Like
I don't think it's sweet enough.
Maybe not.
I get where you're coming from, but I don't.
But like the sweetness is taking the acidity away.
Maybe more like orange medicine. You know, like 'cause it's got that orange flavoring, but it's not particularly sweet. But not in a bad way. It's not. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes really nice. But
on my second swallow, I got pepperiness in the finish.
Maybe like a sugar-free orange sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm now intrigued to go and find a kumquat and eat it because
it's the thing. We need to broaden his diet so we can broaden his tasting notes.
Because I think that what we might be missing here is the fact that kumquats may not be as acidic as citrus fruit, and that might be.
Of course, we had Glenrothes. They're the ones, the little stout
bottles.
Yeah. Yeah. For some
Like
reason, I've never put that little stout bottle with Rothes where we've been in my brain.
Yeah.
Is this okay? Sorry, I was looking. There's a 10 centiliter Glenrothes 1991. Does it say how old it is?
This is
That's 21-year-old.
Same as this.
£26 for a 10 centiliter.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
For basically 4 measures.
Yeah, especially because we got 25.
We got 50.
And that's because that's a 10 centiliter, so it's not even a. What's 10 centiliters? It's like what? Yeah, 4 measures, and we got 50 measures. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is. Yeah.
I would probably give that one. I'm ready to go scoring. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, we can go for scoring.
I was enjoying it, but I've now finished. But yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably go to
3.5.
I think I'm going to give that one a 4 because it was interesting enough, basically.
It is interesting. I'll give it that. I will stick with my 3.5 because I am the harsh one of the group.
I've just realised something. So to go back to one that we didn't linger on for too long. That was a blended malt.
It was.
So it probably wasn't from. It would have been called a single malt if it was only from one. So it's probably from Kalila and or a number of Islay distilleries.
I don't know, because like if you got some whiskey from, say, I don't know, like Lagavulin, and then you were carrying your cask away, all happy that you got this cask from a prestigious distillery.
Yeah.
And then you dropped it in like a puddle that had been on fire.
And you called it blended.
Yeah. And then some of it leaked in and out, but you managed to pick it back up and like tape it up a little bit, Flex seal, like that gif when he slaps the tape on the glass tube that's got water pouring out.
But you are standing outside Laphrague when that happens, so
yeah. Is that now a blended malt?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't. Maybe whoever it was said they couldn't say it was single malt from them or from anyone.
You can have this cask, but don't tell anyone that it's from us and it's single malt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I know what a burnt puddle tastes like, but I do. Like instinctually. Yeah. And it tastes like that did. So that's one I'll share, I think. Would you like to take us to the last one of the episode?
Yeah, I've been having you guess up until now, but this one is unguessable because there's nothing to guess. This is
okay, interesting.
So I mentioned at the start that but not at the start. I mentioned before we started that there was that they weren't all single malts. They weren't all malts, essentially. So this is the one. This is actually a blended Scotch.
Oh, a bit of grain.
There is a bit of grain in it, yes. Now I know. So I could let you guess for probably an hour, and you might not get there. So I'm just going to tell you what it's called.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the AD Rattray Banknote 5-year-old. So this one basically is Banknote is I've written down this is basically the first value whiskey so far of the calendar. So you can buy Banknote 5-year-olds. It's an ongoing brand that Rattray do.
Mm-hmm.
And it retails at like 25 quid for a bottle. So this is like maybe a little bit less premium than some of the other stuff we've had, but it's still interesting.
Yeah.
The Banknote name dates back. This is a blend that dates not this exact version of it, but the brand Banknote dates back about 150 years as a blended whiskey, blended Scotch, and AD Rattray have been bottling it. I've basically renewed the brand and are bottling it now. But what's interesting about it is normally a blend is about 80% grain and then just 20% malt to make it, give it some character, I guess.
Yeah.
This is 40% malt and 60% grain, so twice as much malt in here. And the malt for this, I think, is Highland, and the grain is Lowland. So that's why I said it wasn't so easy to just say.
Yeah. Or that or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know me. I like a grain, so a bit of grain influence is not a bad idea. And price is no measure of quality of whiskey.
Absolutely not. And this is it's supposed to invoke this original banknote. And also, everything's aged. It's 5 years old. It has an age statement. It's not like they've just taken whatever is fresh and available. They have waited even longer than they had to.
They have indeed.
This thought went into it. But again, so this has also been much less strength. This one's 43. The last one was 46. And the one before that was 43. So if it wasn't for a stonking big 68 or whatever it was, 64.8, we would have had an average of around about 45. But that definitely brings us up much closer to the 50, having that one in. But
I'm just doing some quick Excel maths.
so this was the one that I actually got the notes straight from. You can get it from AD Rattray. I didn't think they were the best notes, so I looked around and got some extras, but doing some quick maths to see what the actual average is.
Yes.
Quick math.
I don't get. 2 seconds, sorry. Being fat fingered, because I am old. So the last one average was 54.5%.
Yeah.
This one is 48, and it's dragged up by the stonking great middle one.
Yeah. So yeah, less drunk going into this one than we were going into the last one last time.
You know, you were talking about sawdust on the last one.
Yeah.
Kind of get sawdust from this one.
Do you?
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of woodiness to it, isn't there?
There's a little bit, yeah, like in the background.
Yeah, I just got quite a whiff of that from the first nosing.
Oh, if you do a deep inhale, it's very woody actually.
Yeah, a lot of vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla baked goods is the.
Yeah. Kind of as you'd expect.
I'm going to go with the tasting notes that I thought were more interesting, and then I'll go back and tell you what the AD actually site did. So, if you're ready to go in for the taste.
Always ready to have a taste of whiskey.
What you getting?
Not a huge amount. Like that kind of panna cotta muted vanilla-iness. Maybe a little bit of fruitiness. Like maybe strawberries.
Well,
not a lot. It's quite light, smooth, easy drinking.
Well, the notes that I have
cream
are vanilla with delicate fruit. So well done.
Oh, there you go.
And then I'm
gonna go strawberries and cream, but like mainly cream. Like one
Sweet-
strawberry.
Yeah.
Strawberry and cream.
Yeah. Maybe peach and cream, but yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, I like that. Yeah, but like not even a whole peach. Yeah, like a slice.
One
of
peach wedge. Yeah.
Yeah, a single.
Like you got a tin of peaches between a
Peach
very
wedge.
large impoverished family.
A single peach wedge and a lot of cream. It is very light. Not a lot of finish to it.
No, I have I've got Gentle Spice was one that I got, but yeah, the AD Rattray tasting notes on this one are nose, clean, crisp aroma, hints of vanilla.
Okay, yeah, I like the way you your inflection in this, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good.
Palate was mellow on the taste with sweet richness and depth of flavour. And the finish was clean on the palate with lingering sweetness.
So
those aren't flavours, guys.
Doesn't taste like a lot, but it's clean.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, for
it's mellow and it's clean.
For 43%, it delivers itself pretty well. You know, there's no real, because like for a whiskey that's not particularly strong, but for an alcohol it is.
Also, if you're for booze that you spend £25 for 700 centilitres of, right, spirits.
70.
I can't fault that.
No,
did I say 700? Did I say 700 centilitres? I meant 70 centilitres.
That's those Scottish measures.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't fault that for.
No,
for
not
that
wrong
price.
with it. No, for £25. No, it's punched above its weight for its. This is
I definitely
getting into
put that on a
territory.
par with the Glenmorangie, like the NAS normal one, which is about the same price.
Yeah.
In fact, that sometimes the first drink of that can have a bit of an aftertaste, and this one doesn't have that, so maybe it slightly punches at that level. But
yeah, see what you say.
Yeah. Equally, if in amongst some of the stuff, not so much this order of 6 maybe, but some of the things we've had here, this is would struggle to keep up with them as a.
This fares better in this 6 than it would have in the last 6, I would suggest.
But I definitely would say that this is the sort of bottle that you buy to be your, guardian whiskey or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. For your non-whiskey drinking friends. Would you like to score that one?
I'll give that a 3.
You see,
I might maybe give it a 3.5. Actually, I think.
I was like, I want to give it a 3 because I feel like it's a 3, but part of me feel like it's a 2.5.
Really?
Like down the middle, like the middle of the score.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I mean?
I think I enjoyed that better.
Yeah, I think a 2.5 would be unduly harsh.
I think 3 is fair.
Yeah, I think 3 is fair. Agreed. Afraid.
Sounds like Switzerland.
Sounds like I'm scared of someone.
Belgium, just straight down the middle. Yes, I agree.
Yep. All I know is my gut says maybe.
Yeah.
Another good 6 though.
Yeah, definitely nothing. Even with a fault,
they had to throw a crap one in there with but it's fine. But certainly no, it maybe didn't hit the highs of the first 6, but there was some good ones in there.
I mean, I have to say, I imagine there's I haven't looked ahead, but I imagine there might be at some point a more Isla heavy 6.
Yeah, I feel like we've got pretty lucky so far. Out of 12, we've had 1 peated.
Yeah, but we will. Also, some people said that the Highland that there were peat notes on that banknote, but I didn't get any.
No, I didn't get any peat, and I would have if there was any peat, I'd have found it.
You're like a truffle hound with mushrooms.
Yeah, exactly.
Truffle pig, even, but yeah.
Yeah. I preferred when you called me a hound rather than a pig, but yeah.
Well, technically, pigs are smarter, but
yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Less.
That's well represented.
Yeah, I was going to
got worse PR.
Try to think of the word for like what the words for your nasal senses are, because like
olfactory.
Less olfactorily favourable, I would say.
You know what's better in the olfactory sense than a dog?
What?
A bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you do. Yeah. But yes, so that's episode 2 of the Advent Calendar. 2 down, 2 to go, I believe.
Yep. With the final one being a
7.
a
Yep.
7.
That is how 25 works. Well, I was going to say unfortunately, but actually fortunately. But I think that's everything, unless my colleague wants to add anything.
No need to divert. We'll go away and have our chat about the Speyside Whiskey Festival, and
We shall. And we'll
I'll
see you in the next episode.
update you on whether it matters next time.
You will hear.
You'll hear us.
We can't see you when you're listening. I promise.
Yes,
can we? Yeah.
Stop digging.
Yes.
People won't pay us if you let them know.
Sorry, Todd. Yeah, you will hear us in the next episode.
Yeah.
And
Cheerio.
see you later. Bye.
Bye.